Hi, I'm Eddie Obeng, and this is How. Daily, I bring you a different idea, a tool, a tip, something which will make your life better and more exciting. Except today, it comes with terms and conditions. Today's pet is called BlyndTrussed. It's how to get an individual or a group to trust you immediately. But I can only teach you if you accept the terms and conditions. You have to promise never ever to use it. Honestly, put your hand on heart. Otherwise, put your hand on. I promise never to use this for evil or for bad things. You have to put your hand on heart. If you don't, you're not allowed to listen to this video. Okay? So we promise never to use this for evil, and then we're on. Great. Let's go on Cube, and I'll show you around, and we'll build some trust at high speed. So this is Cube. On Cube, there's some great art. I don't know if you can see this beautiful. It's just a lovely view of a cornfield. Of course, on Cube, the sun is always shining. This one's interesting as well because this is a picture from an artist called Marcio Bolo. I think it's called The Alchemist, or is it called Red? I can't remember. Anyway, but it's brilliant, isn't it? Anyway, so let's go and have a look at BlyndTrussed. So have you promised not to do this? Okay, if you've promised not to use it for evil, let's have a look. I mean, one of the most famous expressions ever was from a chap called Ronald Reagan, who was president of the USA. And the expression was something called trust but verify. And he was using it when the Cold War was ending and they were trying to work out how they were going to work together between the West and the East. And it made everyone laugh because if you trust somebody, the one thing you don't do is verify. But let's explore trust and let's see how it used to be built. Trust used to be built because people work together or live together for a long period of time, usually within a group. I mean, this image here on the right, this is Roman soldiers. They're going to war. I have to be sure you're going to protect my back. You have to be sure I'm going to protect your back. This is a group of people in suits. It was something called like the Defense Threat Reduction Committee. And they were trying to work out how to get people to trust. But come on, look at the guys. They would all trust each other because they all have very similar. I'm sure they're all very, very competent. So great. So trust would happen over a period of time. However, here we are. 21st century, you've got virtual teams, you're working with them on Cube, on Zoom, on Teams, on Mural, on Miro, people you've never met. Instantly, you come together, your organization merges, you have to build trust instantly. How on earth do you do that? You know, if you don't do it, there's a downside, which is this is a picture of a chap with a pile of reports. If people don't trust you, they'll ask you for verification, they'll ask you for reports, your boss will chase you. If they don't trust you, they'll make you sign lots of documents, they'll make you go through a procedure. The more trust there is, the more efficient everything can be, the faster everyone learns. When I was a young tutor, we used to do these things called trust exercises, where you'd get people to trust each other and the group would catch them and so. They used to do this before the days of insurance companies refusing to insure things like this, and before the days when people were scared that no one would catch them, i.e. 2026. So let's look at how you build trust. It's a very simple formula, and now I'm going to tell you, but I'm just checking hand on heart. And if you're going to listen, I won't use this for evil, or else now you put your fingers in your ears so that you don't hear the method. Okay, so how do you build trust? It's really easy to build trust. There are 4 steps to it. The first step is that you promise to do something. So you meet somebody, I've just had a meeting, okay, come off the call, okay, I'll let you have the results in 2 seconds time or at 2 o'clock or something. You make a promise. Make sure it's a promise which you're likely to be able to do. Then what's step 2? Do it, okay? Then this is where everyone falls down. When you've done it, you send them a message saying, or you call them or you say, you remember I said I was going to do it? You have to remind them. Why do you have to remind them? Because believe me, they weren't listening to you when you promised. They're just thinking about their own things. So you remind them that you promised and that you've done it, okay? And then once you've done that once, guess what? You repeat it. Find something else. Oh, yeah, well, I'll come back to you on this or da-da-da-da. And then you do it. Remind them you promised you did it. And you only have to do this 4 times before people recognize the pattern and they start to trust you. And that's all it needs. It's as simple as that. Just never, ever let them down. Because if you let them down, you not only break their trust, but you break their trust in everyone else and the rest of their futures. And so therefore, bad things will happen to you. And that's why I made you promise never to use it for evil. Because if you use it for evil, or if you use it in a bad way, that's what will happen. And then once you built the trust through your 4 cycles, different things, choose different things, small things, make sure you do them in a sequence so they see the pattern. Then you can test. You can say, well, I know you rely on me and you trust me. Can I rely on you for this? And if they say yes, then you know you've got a connection. Now you've got a trusted relationship. And from then on, you'll be able to build a lovely life, good relationships, work well together, create amazing things. So that's Blind Trust. Off you go today, build some trust, either with individuals or groups. Doesn't matter. Same formula over and over again. And I hope you actually have a great outcome from it, because a world where people can really rely on and trust each other is a fabulous world for all of us. So that's me. I've been Adio Beng. Quick guide, as you know, cube.cc/pets with an S. Blind Trust is where the quick guide is. Subscribe to the newsletter, because all this comes up in the newsletter with extra support and news of what I'm doing in public forums and so on. So have a fantastic time, and I'll see you again.